Hi, guys. Welcome to yet another episode of Lifeology. Well, let's get to it. So, today, we are talking about the all powerful and disturbing word submission. What exactly does it mean to submit? Well, I think some of my female viewers and listeners probably aren't going to take real well to what I have to say when it comes to being submissive in a relationship. And it's not what you think. It's not what we've allowed society to misconstrue and turn into something that it is not. So let's just look at it from a few different perspectives or angles. So the dictionary's definition is submission, the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person. People seem to think that when we submit ourselves, we give up control. Women don't like to submit to men because they feel that it takes away from their womanhood and it makes them weak. And by the same token, men, they're not being manly enough, assertive, aggressive enough, if they're submitting, if they're falling underfoot of a woman. All of this is far from the truth. But let's see what the biblical definition of submission is. So, submission is a yielding to the will of authority of another. To submit, wait a minute, hold on, where am I? So I'm reading this off of a website that I should have already had up. So, the question, what is the biblical definition of submission? To submit is to surrender to the choice or control of someone else. The Bible reveals God's will as to whom, when, and why we are to submit. And see, that's the interesting thing. That's what everyone misses. The whom, the when, and the why. So, who exactly are we submitting to? And I'm writing this down actually. The who, the when, and the why. There are lots of things we submit to on a daily. The word submit, quote unquote, simply is not used. We submit to our employer. Oh my God, you submit to your employer. Damn it, that man said, hey, your ass at that job at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. And the majority of society, they're there at 8:45, early. Sometimes a little disgruntled, a little grumpy, but they're there. You show up every day to someone's place of employment, to someone's business, to perform tasks, to do as you're told. Oh, but that's different. I can hear y'all. That's different. Why? Why? The only time you're not submitting to your employer is if they've done something that you're not in agreement with. If they've broken a trust or they've done something against policies, procedures, rules and regulations, or you just damn had enough, then you have to make the critical decision of stay or go. Right? Right. Well, it's really not that different with anything else. As children, we submit to our families, our parents. Oh my goodness. It seems like If you're under the age of 18, you just submit to every damn grown up in your life. Your teachers, your coaches, your parents, your older siblings. There's always someone telling you what to do, when to do, and how to do a thing. Always. So maybe that's it. Maybe some of us felt like all my life I've had to be submissive. All my life I've had to take orders from this person and that. I'd be damned if I'm going to take orders from a man or from this woman. Is that it? We're being stubborn? We're being resilient, resistant? So, let's see. So submission is discussed. We're talking modern biblical now. Whenever participants are organized into a hierarchy to serve a purpose, attain a goal, or fulfill a vision. The implication is that success cannot be achieved without such an arrangement. Submission then increases efficiency and power through, listen to this, guys, cooperation. It produces a whole greater than the sum of its parts. Let me do that one more time. The implication is that success cannot be achieved without a certain amount of submission. Because when that happens, it increases efficiency, how something is ran, how something's going to turn out, and power through the act of cooperating. Submission is a form of collaboration. Submission is a means to an end, if you will. I cannot get out of this house on time and get to that job if these children do not cooperate with me. I just need you to yield to my voice. Hear what I am saying. Get up those stairs and get your damn book bag. Let's go. I don't have time for you to whine this morning. Please do not wear those shoes. It is raining and there are puddles. I don't have time to explain. Wow. Aren't you using your parental authority at that moment? You're bossing your children. Are you bullying your children? Oh, no. Go ahead, say it. That's different. That's different. It's funny how it's only different when it doesn't meet your criteria. It's only different because it's different from what you're used to seeing or doing. It's different because you don't want to yield to it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to even consider it. But you get up every day and you go to this person's job and you do the same shit repetitiously, mind you, over and over and over and over again. You're a slave for that dollar. And you do it for 25, 30 years just so you can retire and get that check. But you don't want to be submissive, know when to yield, how to yield, so that a marriage can last for 30 years. Think about that for a minute. You'd rather go and bust your ass at some man or woman's job for 30, that's 3 decades. And that's over a quarter of a century. For someone else, a person that was a stranger to you when you opened the door, when they opened their doors to you. For 30 years, someone telling you when you can eat. You can't take lunch right now. Oh, but I'm hungry. But we've got to finish this assembly line. We'll take lunch in 30 minutes. You're not in control. I mean, there's some of you that think you are. Those are usually the ones that get written up and later dismissed. So we're just talking about the regular folks. You're not in control. You're not running shit at that job. You're doing exactly what they tell you to do. You're even complaining about it. You're grumbling about it. You're taking that home and fussing to your family and your friends about it. But you get your ass up every day and you submit and you yield to that employer for that check. Okay, let's hear the rest of the damn group. Oh, well, that's different because I'm getting paid. But we get paid in marriage. We get paid in relationships if they're good ones. See, you miss the critical information, knowing who to submit to, when to submit, and why. We don't just walk around being docile to anybody. Of course not. People have to earn that. Men and women. They have to earn it. Even your kids. There are times when our children just, they just melt our hearts. Look, I got one over here still. And he working hard on my damn heartstrings. I'm here to tell you. And they just melt our heart. No matter how much we're going to put our foot down and how hard we try to be, we put on that I'm serious mommy face or that don't mess with me daddy look. And at the end of the day, you still let his ass go outside and get on that bike. All right now, I'm only going to give you 15 minutes. You can't go out there and just ride all day because you shouldn't be out there at all. Well, bring his little ass in if he shouldn't be out there at all. You submitted and yielded your power and your control to an 8-year-old. You were manipulated through emotions by a 5-year-old. You allowed your teenage daughter to wrap her arms so lovingly around your neck and say, "Daddy, please." And you said, "Go on now. All right. Don't be late." What the fuck? Was that not a moment of submission? It was. People don't understand words. We use words every single day. Words come out of our mouths and we don't even know what we're saying. You don't even know why you're saying it. We only know what we've been conditioned to think, to believe, maybe even to feel, so that we're able to respond in a certain type of way. But that's not working out so well for some of us. That's not working out the best for our society. I mean, if you're into that and you care. If you want to stay single, if you want to remain by yourself, if you want to hold on to your job, if you want to be a fair parent, everything evolves around every fucking thing else. I'm gonna say that again. Everything evolves around everything else. Everything evolves around everything else. It all comes together. This is such a big picture we're painting as individuals, as humans, as existing humans together on the planet. Everything evolves around everything else. So we always are in submission mode. Women submit their bodies during childbirth because, honey, if you've done it, you already know. You ain't in control of shit. That baby is coming how it wants, when it wants. The doctor said the baby was due April the 1st. It's April 6th. What are we doing here? The baby wasn't ready to come. Who's in control? Well, ultimately, God. That goes without saying. So let's not get all picky and catty. We know who's ultimately in charge. So there's a good something though. You're saying God's in charge. God is in control. God is my lead. God, I follow my head through Christ. Okay, then your ass should be submissive through Christ. How about that? Are you following your Bible? Are you looking at the words? Are you understanding the words? Are you getting discernment? Do you know what you see, what you hear? This is my point. Stop jumping on bandwagon. Because 10 of your friends said, I ain't kissing no man's ass. I ain't bowing down. What are you going to do for me? And all 10 of them bitches still single. Because they don't want to submit. Because they don't want to compromise. Because they don't want to be flexible. Because they don't want to partner. Because they don't want to yield. Because they want to be in control. Because they don't want to lose anything. But you get up every day and you've lost 30 years. You could have been doing something else. You could have. But you stayed there for 30 years, getting periodic increases in your income for that money. And then most of the time, you don't even like your employer. You don't even like your coworkers. You don't like your work conditions and the environment, but you stayed. But something is intimate, something is critical, something is important as a marriage, as a family. Oh my God. A wife. Babies, building and growing. You couldn't fucking commit and submit to that. Success cannot be achieved without such an arrangement. Marriages have to be successful. Parenting should look like success. Growing old together is a sign of success. Some people are gonna distort. It doesn't matter what the fuck comes out of my mouth. They're gonna feel the way they feel, and that's okay. Nobody's here to break your arm into believing anything that I'm saying. These are simply my opinions and views. You can take it or leave it. Nobody's saying you gotta do anything. The only person saying that, again, is that fucking job you go to every day for 30 years. Because you still haven't addressed that. You still haven't separated. Why is it different? Because I got bills to pay. You can pay bills with any job, can't you? I mean, you may have to change a few things. You may have to alter your lifestyle. Oh, that's what sacrifice means. Yeah, that's what sacrifice looks like. Yeah. See, everything evolves around everything else. So basically, you ain't ready. Because you don't understand. You don't understand the words and the meaning behind them. You only understand what your gang. Remember, we just had that talk. You only understand what the gang. Which are all misleading each other. Blind leading the blind, leading the blind. Y'all need to read up, pray up, meditate up, be fucking still. Sit in the park, sit with nature. Get away from everything. I can't emphasize this enough either. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with a stick. For real. Everybody's so scared to be by themselves, to get into their own feelings, to get into their own head. Everybody needs that opinion from them other 10 people. Fuck them other 10 people, I keep saying. Oh, I can't do that. Sissy's been my best friend since, we was in diapers together. Y'all still sitting in shit. I want a husband. I want a man. I'm ready for a wife. I'm ready for some kids. But ladies, you don't know how to submit to a husband. You don't know how to yield to marriage or a relationship before you even turn into marriage. You don't know how to compromise. Are you looking for the success at the end of the trials, at the end of the collaboration? And then, some of you don't know how to lead. I will submit to the lead. Oh my God. Oh, I cannot wait. I personally cannot wait. I cannot wait to have a man who knows himself, who understands his journey, even if he don't understand the journey. The whole point of partnership is to uplift, to encourage, to walk alongside each other, to go through those trials and errors. Because nigga, if you fall in this ditch, I'm falling with you. In a way, we really both can't be in the ditch. Somebody got to be up here to get the other one ass out. But I'm going to be there. Because if I fall, I'm going to need you to pull me up. I need your strength. And if he falls, I have to muster all the strength inside of me. I need to pull my man out of this shit. I need to help him recharge, reset, refocus. Because he's the lead. Does that mean I can't maneuver? Does that mean I can't make a move? Does that mean I'm not capable of making decisions without that man? Y'all done lost y'all rabbit ass minds. Doesn't mean that at all. It means you have to know the when and the why to submit. Until this man gives you reason to not follow, until he gives you reason for you to step in as second in charge, then you just go along. You go along with the things that make sense, with the things that have shown growth. Stop fighting. Stop fighting for control. Control them badass kids. Control how often you're preparing meals. Control what the conditions of your home look like. Control how you maintain your beauty and your passion and your personal growth. Control that shit. And let the man be the man. Let the man lead. If he is a good man, he will not lead you astray. And in the 30 years, you will be happy that you allowed him to get you and your family to that place of success. That's a whole nother subject that we've already talked about, that microwave era. Because you don't want to even wait 30 years. I ain't got 30 years to wait. Building takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a blink of an eye. But if you're doing it with someone you love, if you're doing it with passion and purpose, if you're doing it knowing clearly who the lead is, it'll feel like in the blink of an eye. A man being in charge doesn't mean putting his foot on your throat. It doesn't mean putting his hands on your person. It doesn't mean alienating you emotionally when things aren't going to his liking. It doesn't mean seeking pleasure outside of the relationship because he feels that he's entitled. A man being the lead means taking on every challenge that God puts in front of him for his family, for their goals. It means having goals. It means we walk into this thing with a plan. Plan your work and work your plan. See, here again, everything evolves around everything. It takes a special man to know how to lead an entire family. It takes a special man to know how to reach that soft spot in a woman's heart and in her mind. And she's put her trust in him. And she does rely on him. And she knows that whatever goes into those hands will multiply. What's his secret weapon? Her. You're the secret weapon, honey. You're always going to be the secret weapon. You're the behind the scenes person, feeding him the ideas, making sure he's fed, making sure his belly full and he's satisfied everywhere. Gotta feed that man. You are the reason why he wants to go on, why he wants to work so hard, why he needs to get it done. Damn, my God, you bring that beautiful baby around, you bring that baby into the world, shit, you really on fire. I got this wife, I have this child or these children, they're dependent on me, and look at how well she treats me. Even when things don't always pan out as planned, she's right there. She doesn't turn her back. She doesn't leave me hanging. She doesn't complain. She sits down with me and says, okay, A didn't work. Let's go to plan B. Let's try this, baby. That's what y'all don't want to do? You want a man that another woman has already built up or his family has built up? You want that man to come to you 100% ready? That kind of man may not want to be with a woman who doesn't know what it means to build. He may not want to be with a woman who doesn't understand what he had to go through to get to where he is. And all she wants to do is take. He might not want to be with somebody who has nothing to add to his growth, his continued growth. Y'all better rethink this thing. I will submit to your lead. Motherfucker, you better lead. You better come with a plan and a purpose. And together, we can grow it. We can work it. We can build it. I will match your energy. We might touch upon this again. There's so much to say. I actually may do this topic with a guest. Guys, as always, thank you for listening. Please remember to follow and like. We are Lifeology. Submission is not a bad thing. Submission increases the efficiency and power through cooperation. It produces a whole greater than the sum of its parts.